What exhausts us all isn't what's happening to us. It's what our mind keeps replaying about what already happened. This is where suffering lives. Have a listen. Suffering doesn't live in any event that we've already experienced. It lives in the rumination loop that follows it. The constant mental review, prediction, and self storytelling that never resolves because it's asking the question why. A positive attitude is not about positive thinking or pretending things didn't hurt. It's about learning how to observe those incidents and the loop in the mind so the nervous system can finally stand down and return to zero. That blankness where something good can live, something new where the present can live. Zeroing out is not numbness. Zeroing out provides clarity. Zero is the absence of internal argument. If this kind of information helps you, help me to help others with the same issues by subscribing and especially liking the video if you're already subscribed. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. Back to the answer about our literal pain, and the same with our emotional pain, like abusive parents or partners. I learned about the physical pain in a very real way after 3 serious car accidents and 3 spinal surgeries. Because my mind built a powerful story around the pain. You're damaged. This is unbearable. You'll never be the same again. This story, I told myself, felt completely true. But what I eventually realized was that the pain wasn't my identity. The meaning I was attaching to it, however, was, or I was making it my identity. Every time I believed that story, my body reacted as if damage was permanent. So when I stopped arguing with the pain and stopped feeding the story, and instead observed the thought pattern itself, something changed inside of me. Not because the pain instantly vanished. That didn't happen. But because the illusion of helplessness did. God, that's so important. I remember the moment walking past the floor-length mirror next to my baby grand piano and thinking, oh my God, I don't want to be this damaged person. This is not my identity unless I let it be. That was the moment that illusion released. I was able to recreate myself from a different internal position, calm instead of panic, strength instead of fear, presence instead of prediction. My new outlook in New Year's is a new Bo point 2, if you will. The same mechanism shows up in emotional trauma, especially when someone grows up with abuse, neglect, or a narcissistic parent, because the brain learns to relate everything now to everything that was. That's its job. That's how it works out and solves problems. So the next thought after something that happens in your life that reminds you of the trauma sometimes feels automatic and urgent. Getting to zero or to blankness doesn't ask you to suppress that thought or analyze it endlessly. It simply teaches you to recognize it and say to yourself, what I've learned calms my soul completely. Oh, of course you feel that way. Or of course you're having that thought now. Look at it, what you experienced. But, and this is the big but, this is what I want to believe now about me, about my existence. That process of changing the thought, teaching your nervous system a new pattern, and the pattern turns into expression, and expression moves towards life change every time. I guarantee it. We work from the inside out. You get to be the observer mind because what you observe no longer controls you. And this is where peace begins, not by fixing the past, but by releasing the need to relive it over and over again. I saw this again when a long term relationship ended through betrayal. Because when love collapses unexpectedly, the mind rushes in to create meaning. I wasn't enough. Love isn't real. I've lost something I'll never get back. The emotional pain is real, but the suffering comes from believing those conclusions and making them your identity. Listen, you are not your pain. You are not your loss. You are powerful and wonderful, a blossom ready to bloom. When you awaken this awakened consciousness, you begin to create a new life where the old one disappointed. We all share one thing in this chaotic world, the illusion that bad is all around us. But we don't have to consider ourselves as part of that negativity, realizing that you're not what's external, but what's developing internally. When your illusion breaks, something surprising happens. It was like I watched this rainbow today. It was raining on me, but I didn't care. I had a windbreaker and a hood on, and I saw this rainbow appear. And it started out small, then I watched it go all the way across the sky. But I noticed there were some clouds that covered a part of the rainbow. And I thought to myself, that rainbow, the rest of it exists behind that cloud. And that cloud that was keeping me from the entire rainbow, from the beauty of the universe, is like the ego, is like the rumination. It's keeping us from the beauty or the lesson behind the entire circumstance. You don't become hardened. Your mind gets clearer when you're thinking like that because you realize that what you lost or what's clouded is really not peace, it's an illusion. And that I had been borrowing peace from a relationship, from finances that are good, from a healthy body, instead of generating it internally. Zeroing out is the process of reclaiming that, of stopping the mind's constant negotiation with fear and letting the system return to its baseline. This is why peace doesn't arrive when everything is resolved. It arrives when the inner you debate ends. When the mind stops asking why, what's going to happen next, or how to protect myself. Instead, it rests in simple awareness, like watching the rainbow. I watched it for like 10 minutes. I went all the way up to the fifth floor to watch it above the trees because it was so beautiful. And eventually, the cloud that was in front of some of it dissipated. It was stunning to see the magnificence of this earth. It doesn't have to be ego. It can be God. It can be spirit. It can be universal beauty or nature, whatever you want to call it. Getting your mind to zero is not emptiness. Zero is the point where nothing needs to be defended, explained, or fixed in this moment. If this thought resonates, take a second to like and subscribe so this channel can continue reaching people who are ready to step out of rumination and return to zero life, to the perfect beauty that's behind the cloud. And I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe and like this video to help our channel grow. Peace be with you.